ISFJs are dedicated to their team, their organization, and anyone who are associated with them. They're going to work very diligently to meet the expectations of people and the requirements associated with their position. Their responsibility really is what they focus on. They like to organize their environment and to meet the needs of everyone. And of all the types, the ISFJs are really the ones that experience the most difficulty with change. And that's because they like to focus on accumulated data, especially about people. And that's their base of understanding and acting. So in change situations, this means they have no experience that they can fall back on. And they feel very lost and overwhelmed. But because of this commitment to people, they're also going to be able to identify and empathize with others that are around them. They're going to need a lot of specific, detailed information and especially some support in order to really effectively deal with change. Within the needs of this time of change, they really need a lot of data, and they're going to need space, which goes along with being introverted, and they're also going to need time to adjust, to plan. They'll need a lot of reinsurance and support and even understanding and a well thought out plan and time frame so that they can understand what kind of personal effects are going to happen during this change. A calm approach is really going to help them, and it'll allow them to really move at their own pace, and especially to be able to then accumulate knowledge of what will be expected of them personally. However, when these needs are not met, they're going to feel very overwhelmed. They'll feel lost, they'll feel alone, they may even have self-pity and even martyrdom. And then at times they may reflect back on, even romanticize those good old days, and they'll become very, very rigid about standard operating procedures or the right way to do anything. The loss associated by change is really contributed and really impacted for the ISFJs by making it their duty to change. And they like to plan for losses, and that'll help them to provide more stability. They like to take time to close, then to be able to really mourn what is going on in the past, and they're sensitive to people's feelings. They really have great difficulty with anything that's a sudden loss because they've had no time to plan or to process. And because they're so empathetic, they tend to feel the pain that is associated with everyone around them, including their own. And they will also have great difficulty making any kind of decisions when they are feeling this kind of overwhelming loss. During the transition period, they're going to spend more time than usual in really looking for some support. They may spend a lot of time talking to others one-on-one, and they're going to feel a great sense of loss. They get frustrated and they feel out of control because they don't have a plan, and they really unlike and dislike any kind of uncertainty. And they're going to keep asking, why are we changing? Why are we doing this? Remember that they need to focus on that plan and organization and setting up any kind of framework or timetable. And remember that they will also tend to focus on the past and even pity themselves and pity others, and may even really jump back into and fall back into a survival mode. During the startup phase, they're not going to be able to see that plan. They really need to have that. And if they don't see that plan, then they're really going to have a hard time even participating in any kind of change. They need a lot of pieces in order to see the whole picture because they are very detail-oriented and they're thorough and methodical. They want to know also that everybody's thoughts, needs, and feelings are being considered during this change process, including that of an organization, a company, institution, or anyone else. And they find it hard to deal with anyone who dismisses the feelings of people. Make sure that you include the ISFJ by helping them contribute to the plan and help them to organize and to put together necessary details and remembering the feelings of others.